Well, hello everybody. So I have another fruit from the John Talon Market, which I'm saying wrong, and this one is doesn't seem too crazy interesting, right? But this is not just any cherry. This is a sour cherry. It's a little bit smaller than your typical cherry. It's also more red looking. You know, like most cherries we get in the US are like very dark red or almost like black color. This one is like a very light red, maybe like a little bit like a pinky color to it, which is interesting. It looks more like a cartoon version of a cherry than an actual cherry. This is not sweet. It said very sour on the sign, which is interesting because I've never seen these before. I've had preserves made out of this, and I actually really like it. I used to live in like a Polish neighborhood, and some of the Polish markets would sell this as a jam. So it'd just be like a bunch of these pitted in like a cherry syrup, and you just take like a spoon of that and you put it on toast. It's really good. I actually have a jar of that at home right now in my fridge. It's something I eat pretty regularly, but never have seen the fresh cherries, so it's going to be interesting for me to try them as they are, but not full of sugar and boiled down. And I'm washing these like really caveman style. I just have like a bottle of water and I'm doing it like in a bag just so I'm not going to get any dirt. And he's like, that is like the cherries you get from a slot machine, you know, that is just kind of like perfect looking. Who would have thought? Sour cherries are really sour. It's not like a lemon in sourness, but it's near it. I'd say it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, if 10 is a lemon. The seed, look at that. It's like really adorable. They just look like, I mean, everything is just kind of like scaled down. The flavor on that is really good, and those are definitely the kind that they make jams out of. It has that same flavor that the jam has, but obviously it's not as sweet. They're still kind of sweet though, but that sweetness is very like hard to detect. It's overpowered. I'm like salivating because these are so sour. It's overpowered with the sourness. Probably like a 4 or a 5 out of 10, if 10 is a sugar cube. Tastes like the regular sweet cherries, but if you kind of like tweaked the qualities on it, certain things that you get from cherry flavor are stronger in this, and certain parts are like a little weaker. There's almost like a floral, like dark honey kind of flavor to it. That, you know, I picked that up in regular cherries as well, but in here it's like a little bit stronger. But that's if you like dig past all that sourness. I think this would be like really incredible if you had it with like a miracle berry. If you didn't get that sourness as much, it would really bring out like a lot of really good flavors. Which I guess is why this is so popular as a jam. Eating it out of hand is it's actually pretty good like that. I would actually like this with like maybe like a little bit of salt on it. Yeah, very strong. This all does neutralize it a little bit, so it's kind of refreshing. Honestly, I like it better without the salt though. Or maybe like a sprinkling of sugar. The sugar does bring down that sourness quite a bit. So I think I prefer this with sugar on it. I know some fruits are good with salt, but this one isn't like, I don't know, it doesn't kind of trigger those kind of taste buds the way like an unripe mango would. This is a ripe fruit, and I think because of that, it's better to have it where it tastes ripe. But if you like sour fruits, I think even eating this fresh could be good, just maybe with like a little something sprinkled on it. Yeah, that's incredible. It's really interesting for me to try the fresh version of this because I've had the preserved kind and it's like so super tasty. I really like it, and I can see why. There's a lot of flavor in these little guys. There's going to be a preview at the end of this video, so don't go anywhere. I just want to give a big shout out to all of the mega contributors over on Patreon, Dr. Torgman, AltPod, and the channel Smarter Every Day. Patreon is how this channel happens, so if you want to find out more about how you can contribute and help this channel grow, do click on the link in the description below, or the one that's floating around me right now. I also have t-shirts for sale. This is the latest one, the Mandrake Group shirt, which is available on my website, also in the description below. This is not a huge channel. I'm trying to make it big. Leaving a comment, or liking, subscribing, sharing, anything you can do, guys, does help me out quite a lot. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.